we're diving into part 2 of our childhood thriller movie crossover series. Welcome to the Designer's Lab, where art should always be an experiment. Remember Boo, that sweet little girl from Monsters, Inc.? Maybe she was created in a lab. A prototype gone terribly wrong. A Megan meets Monsters, Inc. experiment that should have never happened. I could have kept her childlike state, but decided she would be an adult Boo. Like, how much of the real Boo is still there? She loved to dress up as a purple octopus, so that's exactly what she's turned into. With purple flesh, tinted teeth, and a captivating gaze. I always thought the scariest thing about robots is their eyes. Are they recording you? Scanning your face? About to shoot a laser? I made sure she felt alive, innocent, and predatory. I imagine the scene like this. Boo returns to the lab where she was created. It's her childhood home, but something's off. She isn't alone. She goes into her room and opens the closet door leading to the lab. Her best friends, Mike and Sully, are with her, creeping into the lab when no one is looking. All of them smiling, watching, and waiting for their perfect opportunity. I wanted the point of view to be you, viewer, scientists, and they are coming for you. Ooh. Are you safe behind your steel metal door? Probably not. Looks like they have clawed their way through. 4 tentacles because her arms and legs will count as the other 4 limbs. It made sense in my head. It's gonna be purple with a glowing, sticky green. Played with blending modes to create a darker, grimier atmosphere. Something is burning. Hey, she had to get rid of the evidence somehow. It was inspired by Megan, and the rest of the poster was heavily influenced from Goosebumps. Color palette of green and purple, the feel of slime oozing and seeping out of the walls. A science experiment gone wrong, and it was your fault. Ooh. Who's the monster now? Pixar's movie Inside Out, my favorite animated film ever. Her feelings and emotions work together to guide her through life. In this version, they are scattered and disjointed voices in her head because her emotions have been split. Leaning into the world of surrealism, Riley is disconnected from the world and her emotions around her. Like she's floating in space and her feelings have been shattered, each emotion drifting in their own little world. Starting with joy, I blend and fade them into the shards of glass. Nothing brings her down. Not even a cracked tooth. Disgust, unbothered, and annoyed she even has to be here in space in the first place. This would definitely be Fear's worst nightmare. Just floating around, but I think it would be fun. Anxiety was such a great emotion to add in the second movie. They did a great job really showing her panic. Envious was my favorite character design. Her eyes, her hair. Sadness was my favorite character in terms of her acting. Even though she was supposed to be sad, she honestly made me laugh half the time. I don't know if that's normal or if anybody else experienced that, but let me know. Anger. Did anyone else notice he's wearing a corporate suit? I think they're giving us some subliminal hints on this one. Enu. Honestly, I did not really understand his character or his name. Can someone please let me know in the comments what he's about because I'm lost. And we'll have embarrassment right here. He probably doesn't want to be front and center anyways. Welcome to Riley's world, where all her emotions, thoughts, and feelings that were supposed to be inside are now out. I've probably seen every episode of Spongebob twice. We all know Spongebob would do anything to protect the Krabby Patty secret formula. Even in a zombie apocalypse, a fusion between Mad Max and Shaun of the Dead. Hear me out. Spongebob has turned into a badass because all the animals under the sea have turned into zombies, but him. And instead of eating brains, they eat Krabby Patties. The formula is lost and there's one patty left he has to guard with his life. The sea has become this dystopian nomad land as he flees the last reminiscence of the places and life he had pre-apocalypse. But he has to fit the part. We'll smear him with some black tar and a bit of rock and roll eyeliner. I took inspiration from outfits like this, like he's been out on the run and just gathered patches of clothes to wear. Some sleeves, a leather vest. Love this purple and blue snake texture, adding in different clothes and paths to tie his look together. Can't have a zombie apocalypse without zombies. I imagine there are these sand dune zombies. You don't quite see them until they suddenly emerge from the ground and try to grab you. But they don't go on the road as they need sand to stay informed. He absolutely needs this mask to tie everything together. And to really give it that collapsed society feel, there needs to be a riot of fellow anarchists trudging behind him as he's leaving them in the dust. The title of this one was my favorite part. I layered it with different colors and textures. I smudged it to look old and worn and added a sponge texture on top. Fitting. One zombie looking pretty patty that he's keeping safe. This is SpongeBob SquarePants, guardian of the last patty on Earth. Well, my little mat designers, how'd the experiment go? What did you think? If I had to vote, my favorite would probably be SpongeBob. I think we really captured this dystopian, post-apocalyptic feel. And plus, anything with zombies, I'm down. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. It makes me so happy to share this creative space with you. Seeing your comments, seeing what you like, and seeing what you want next time. Keep letting me know. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. And until next time, keep designing and creating.